Sunny Sunday morning to you. If it's not sunny in your neck of the woods, I'm gonna send some on over. Can you feel the warmth? Anyway, guys, sometimes what you plan and what you want just doesn't happen. My life is too sporadic, unfortunately, to be able to sit down and read a book in one shot. I've never read a book like that. You get interrupted with your daily mundane things that have to go down, and the people in your life, barge in and start saying stuff that you don't necessarily want on that video. So what I'm gonna do later on, because I just wanted to show you a few things, because I'm gonna make some green sauce, because I just got done making some side dishes, and I got some apple wood, and I'm gonna smoke this big beef brisket and make green sauce. So I'm gonna trim some of these herbs down and I want you to see them before I do. But I threw some seeds underneath these, and I think I pretty much got these fungus flies at bay. Okay, because, well, you remember all these flowers that were in here? Actually, I put so many seeds in there, and I did it purposefully because I know how these guys work now. They immediately start laying their eggs in the new stuff, and sure as the sun rises in the morning, they planted all their eggs, the few that were left, in there, and when they hatched, I immediately seen them, the few that were left in there from my birthday. And I got them. And I started picking around, and most of it didn't even have any root structure. And, I can tell things are doing well, and I've got this under control somewhat on how well the seedlings are doing now. I mean, look at, okay, I threw some seeds down in here, and you see them all, or maybe you don't. The lighting, I don't know what the light, it's hard to tell with this this tablet. These things have been so stunted by the fungus flies. But I didn't toss them out because they are actually growing. They're just growing really, really, really slow. But I bet you the next time I make a video, these seeds that I've planted are going to surpass those. And they're just going to get blocked out. The sun's just, the lighting will just... But anyway... I finally went and got those strips that everybody was talking about, that you put down in the dirt, and really been paying attention to them. All those little specks you see on there is dirt. It's the only one so far that actually had some little adults is this strip here, and my sweet peas. And my snap peas. Like I said, they go for the vegetables first. And so I did a peroxide treatment on that yesterday. But as long as so when I trim this down, I put seeds in the bottom of everything now. See, we got some baby seed sage coming up. They're just growing a lot faster and healthier and stronger. So I know this dill, I planted some mammoth dill around this. Because I plan on, once it gets warm, I plan on putting all that in the ground, my ginger root. And so I just toss the seed. I can just tell, like this stuff here was stunted. Really, you know, this should be super super big right now, like some of these others. But unfortunately, it got eggs laid in it, and they started munching away on it. But I didn't. This is one of the ones I didn't toss out because it was still growing. I mean, the ones that were just staying like the same size after a month, you know, it's just like, bye, you know, what's the point? And then I threw some more seed down under the German thyme. Yeah, I mean, what's the point in keeping something that isn't going to grow? So I have tossed out more stuff than I've had success. But I got some success, you know. It's not like I haven't had success. It's just I've really had to use a lot of seeds to gain, you know, just a small amount. Oh, here's my fig tree. It was a root ball that I bought, and it has sprouted big. None of them died, but my Concord, I got that black thing up there because on my grape plants, I don't want them in this direct lighting all day, because, well, the mature leaves can handle it, but it's got so much new growth. I mean, it's like thinner than paper, and I don't want it burning it. But they're starting to green up, and so I don't let them get as much sun during the day. But these are the two Concords, and I actually thought I might have had an infestation in here, because the leaves started curling and turning yellow on the end. And that was like one of the first signs you've got a I can't say it right now. Infestation of black fungus flies. But I'm not sure that that's the case, because I've really been paying attention. I've been doing, when I water them, I give them the peroxide. I haven't given them any, I mean, another reason that it would do that is if you have fertilized it too heavily. And actually, overwatering can do that too, but there's a little bit of difference. I think what it is I got these root balls and I did not plant them right away, and they were not in a cool, dark place. I mean, it was kind of cool, but not like it probably should have been. And they really started sprouting, and I thought, I gotta get them in some dirt because they're gonna die. So I think what might be going on is they just weren't put in the dirt as soon as they probably should have, but it's not stopping them. They got little shoots coming off of it everywhere. But this one here is seedless Suffolk plant, real pretty. And this one is the Lakemont seedless, and then I got these two Concords, the Concords, but they make great juice out of. So I'll take that down after a bit. I am going to paint that palette that I was telling you about that was out at the job site. brought like cultured stone in it, so it's really sturdy, guys. So this is gonna be my little greenhouse. I mean, and it's perfect. I mean, I got some work to do, but I'm gonna paint it to match my house. I'm gonna paint it that deep red color, and it's gonna go here. I'm a makeshift. Actually, I probably should open this up. It's been so cold here, guys, and the wind and the sun hasn't been out, so I've been keeping this on to keep them as warm as I can. But it's pretty sunny and pretty warm out here, and they probably could use some fresh air and sun just about now. I am kind of curious to see what they look like. All I see is a black screen, and if that's what you're seeing, I'm sorry, guys. But anyway, back to the Green Witch. Later on today, I'm just gonna get on and take off from where I did, and I'm not gonna be able to do it like I said. I just got too many things going, and then all the interruptions. I mean, I think I can find some time today to finish chapter 1 and start getting into chapter 2 without a serious interruption of someone coming in speaking their mind about someone else and blah blah blah. Kind of. Yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean, Vern, don't you? Ooh, it's nice and warm in there. Oh, holy Toledo potato. Anyway, okay, that is coming over here, and it's gonna match the house. I'll put it right here, and then I'm gonna move this down there, because we don't go in and out that door there. That's that back room with all that shit, or that stuff. It's a storage room, so it's not gonna get in anyone's way, and it's not gonna, that makeshift thing isn't gonna be up for very much longer. So we'll move all this stuff down, and I'll put my actually, I bought like this little pamphlet on how to make these. It's eluding me the word. They're like hot box, cold frame boxes. Because you can even grow some stuff in the winter. So I'm gonna actually put I got some insulation. I'll put that in here. And then I have a staple gun I can staple down. This isn't hooked here. I don't know if I'm gonna use that or not, but I think probably everything will be stable on the top. You know, I probably should put an angle on it, like, you know, for rain, because if the rain, I don't know. I'm gonna have to think on that for a second, but I'm gonna have just one place where you can open up, if you know what I mean. I mean, and it's a pretty good size. I could fit a lot of trays in there, couldn't I? I mean, it's perfect, and it's pretty much already built. And those cold frame boxes, the plans that are in that pamphlet I purchased, is only a couple bucks. Actually, this is more sturdy and a little better, actually. So, and the work was pretty much done for me. I just got a few things to do, but I want to paint it to match the house so it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. And then I'll staple this type of plastic down on it. Uh-oh, my makeshift. Actually, I did that. I'm surprised I need to set you down. I was trying to do stuff with one hand. Silly Billy May. Okay, so the wind didn't take it down, so there's me fumbling around. Yeah, a lot of this didn't make it, and it wasn't because of the greenhouse. It's because I didn't get it out here before the stupid fungus flies took everything out. So I pulled everything, and I put new seeds down, and they're popping through. So this pot over here is empty right now. That had the birdhouse gourds, but I'm going to put a few seeds in there today of the same thing. And I probably should just cut this. This is stunted. This hasn't grown in forever. This asparagus has probably no root structure because it's just staying the same side. Yeah, see? Can you see? Gosh darn it, I can't see if I can. Let's see. See? There ain't no root structure. I might put this down. Darn it. Yeah, I'm just gonna pull those out. Yeah, there is no root structure on it. So what's the point? Why do I have those in there? Huh? No, they munched those. Yeah, so that's what I thought. That's what I thought. But there's new seed in here. Man, that's what I mean. I've had more. Yeah, they're. As long as they've been in there, they should have a root structure. Yeah, it doesn't even have a root structure. Sad of how many seeds have been laid to waste. Ugh, frustrating, guys. Very frustrating. Oh, my seeds are popping up through here though. That's the cucumbers. Got 1 and 2. Oh, and here's something breaking free. I don't see an asparagus popping up yet that I put in there. And these are those baby potatoes. I only have one. I don't know what's going to become of those. Oh, we have, new potato growth. New potato growth. Gosh, I wish I could tell if you could. It's just a black screen because of the sun. And this is a bok choy I just stuck in there. And it is growing. I mean, it was getting eaten, but it has grown. The way these are laying down, I don't know, what's gonna produce. But this is a good sign, new growth. I'll tell you, this one looks good, though. This one looks good and healthy. Looks green and I don't know. We'll see. This pot has, I believe this is the zucchini. I wonder what happens to the marker. This has its marker still. So, and I put seeds in this, so. I don't know if this stuff hasn't really been growing, so it might be the same as that asparagus. I might just be, this is as far as she's gonna get. I don't know. I'll pull some of it out and look. Yeah. I don't think there's much of a root structure on any of this stuff. I need to get down in there, pull some out. Yeah. Yeah. bit. It should have way more than that. I mean, because this was planted a long time ago. But I'm just going to leave it be and see what happens. I'll give it some root and grow when I water it next time. And we'll just leave it out here and see what comes of it. Oh! Look at there. We got... Oh gosh, I wish I could see. I'm sorry I keep complaining. But see all the lemongrass coming up? This stuff was out all winter that comes back. Nothing except for this one. What's in this? That's the dark purple basil that got eaten. I already took the plants out, but I put more seeds in there. All of this will start. This was out here all winter, and it'll start growing stuff on it. Actually, my chives out front have started growing or popping out. So yeah, I'm gonna do that today while I'm smoking. Using apple wood to smoke. Everybody is so good. So after I get things kind of rolling some more, I'll sit down with a toasty drink. Or maybe a pina colada. And, yeah. I covered it up with some of the stuff from last year because it was getting cold the last few nights. But I can't tell if you can see or not. I'll just have to wait. See it all popping up. I've had these chives for years and years. They just come back every year in the pot. Actually, they were in a different pot though. I put them in a bigger pot and added some seed. So it's gonna grow all around this little guy. I need to repaint some of these. This is the rosebush Leah got me for Mother's Day, and there's some other stuff in here. And some of the herbs out here come back. Let's take a look-see to see if any of it's getting green. To see any green on any of this. Not yet. Not yet. Oh, we got some green here. We've got some green here. I need to get out here and start cleaning up a little bit. We got green all around. These are wildflowers, echinacea, and a whole host of different things. You know, these things got so much bigger. This Indian grass here got so much bigger than these other ones. When I cut that all back and the plant actually gets up out of the ground before it gets too big, I'm moving it. And I'll put something that, because it just, it didn't look right. It wasn't proportioned right, and some of the stuff wasn't getting sun because of it. Gosh. And so where I'm going to put it is by these, because these will get super big. So I'll put them right here by these. And then I'm gonna edge this out with flowers on both sides. And I'll put a bunch of flowers and more stuff out there. I'll probably finish, where there is grass, and I'll finish putting stuff out there. So I won't even have to worry about mowing out there. Actually, I was thinking I'm just gonna slowly all summer take this whole side on this sidewalk and plant stuff. And so I won't even have to mow this side. I mean, everywhere. I'll have little pathways of here and there that I'll probably put some, stone plates down eventually. But until then, maybe some just paths, a few small paths with mulch. But we got stuff poking up, flowers poking up over here. These are the cornflowers poking up right here. This is an echinacea. Or I wonder, are these the daisies? These are the daisies. Yeah, see, this all needs to be cleaned up. Them big stalks from the mammoth sunflowers from last year. Look at that. That's solid in there too. And I think since I am doing that, I'm gonna extend the vegetables further out. Once these things start growing, so these flowers and stuff that I put right here, I'm gonna move them out. I'm gonna move them out there onto the smaller strip. It's no big deal. I just have changed my mind on how I'm gonna do it out here. Because, I was just winging it and just putting stuff here and there without a whole lot of thought last summer. And so now that I've got some thought into it, all these are in a bad spot. Yep. And I hate mowing this hill right here. It's just it's a bother, actually, because I don't have a self-propelled mower. And it gets real slippery. So I'm going to lay down, some of that. It's like a breathable fabric, so this will all die off, and then I can cut holes where I want to plant stuff. And I was thinking about utilizing this whole hill for the pumpkins, so they won't get in the way of anything. And I think that will work out good. They like to be on a mound and grow down, so. And I don't like where I put this thornless blackberry bush either. So I'm moving it too. And I'll put some flowers in this thing that I set up. Yeah, it wasn't a good spot for it. I just wanted to get it in the ground before it died off in that pot. It's not a big deal. I need to figure out where I want to put it, though. I want to put it somewhere where it can flourish. Maybe and spread. Probably, I was thinking, is there's probably a lot of root structure underneath there, and I could cut it in half, and I think I'm gonna put them in here so it can rest up along there. Actually, I think that'd be a great place for it, and it can spread along that fence line, and it will, because that's what that stuff does. Oh, I'll tell you what's coming up, and I'll tell. That's too bad. Ooh, I need to get out here and clean this up before it gets too big, because then it's a real pain in the ass. These are some of the flowers I planted last year, but I'm glad there was some leaves on it though, because it got so cold they kind of look wilty. I'm so excited for spring. This bed here is going to be for potatoes. I've decided that in here. And I'm going to plant those 4 grape plants along this fence line. So I was thinking one about right here. Right there. So one, I'll use this stick. One here. One here. One here. And then one here. So evenly. And once they take off, they might even, that one right there might even start going down that fence line. And then I'll probably do some root vegetables along this fence line, because I don't want, if I did cucumbers, that might block the potatoes from getting not enough sun, if you know what I mean. Oh look, there's actual onions coming up. There is, huh? And see, this is why last year I told you I cleaned this all out and mow it down, because when spring does come, it comes fast, and then the stuff starts popping up. And like over there, see, it's all popping up. If it gets too big, then it's hard to get the dead stuff out. I mean, some dead stuff's good for it, but, and I mulch and I leave it all here for it to feed it, but when it's, not mulched up, it's more of a problem for it than it is a friend. But all my cornflowers are coming up. It'll be a while before we start seeing the echinacea popping in the hostas. I have all these I can put stuff in. I'm going to lay it all out on paper before I actually start planning, but I've got a vision in my head somewhat. See, I wish I had the money to get those cut down, because those weren't even planned trees, so they just sprouted and grew obscene. And they've really started taking away a lot of my sun back here. I gotta get them, or nothing's gonna grow. I mean, in the next year or two, I've gotta somehow get those out of here. That's a rental. I was thinking about calling the people who rent it out, that own it, and seeing if they won't go halves with me, because it's actually destroyed see that pipe right there? That's their drainage pipe leading into my yard, and it comes down, and it has I've put all the dirt that I dug out up front right there, but I mean, it was between that and that tree growing on that fence line, you know, it's kind of become a problem. And anything that looks decent like that rock thing is something that we've done over here, because they don't do nothing. And we got some of the remnants of sod out of the job site that they just tossed away to help the erosion. What am I gonna put up here? I'll tell you what, not fruit. More than likely lettuce, arugula, and some char and greens, something like that. And my blackberries. Yep. Oh, let's see what's got coming up over here. The chives always come up first. These chives are coming up. So I just got done making a nice pasta salad, and well, you know, the star of the show obviously is the pasta. It's called pasta salad. But there's always an ingredient or two that makes it a rock star. And this pasta salad became a rock star because I put some sweet peas in it, and they're bright green and they're so crisp and sweet, they just pop. But the real secret ingredient that made this pasta salad a rock star is spring truffles. If you don't like them, you aren't gonna like this pasta salad. But spring truffle Asiago cheese, and it's a cold pasta salad. And so I cut this springtime truffle aged Asiago into itty tiny little pieces and sprinkled it, and I cut diced up really small some orange and yellow and red peppers, the green peas and the pretty bright colors of the peppers, and then the truffle Asiago. If you've never had truffles, they're real pungent. It's like they're like they taste like an onion type, I guess is the best way to describe what a truffle tastes like. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of, like an onion. So, yeah, fix. So I showed you the grapes and the fig trees, and I got all kinds of new seeds started. Oh, and I finally got some beans, some Kentucky one. Actually, these are the asparagus. No, I take that back. It's the Kentucky Wonder. I planted them on my birthday, and so I know they're doing well because they're growing. They're actually growing. Okay. Oh, and then I made some potato salad, and you know, it's just potato salad. And what made it a rock star, oh goodness, I forgot about, I was roasting garlic. I bet you I have to roast some more because it probably got too done. Yes, indeed it do. Well, maybe not. We'll see. We'll open it up and see. Not a big deal. Okay, so I roasted some eggplant to put into the pasta salad, and I didn't want any water coming out of this, so I wanted it real crispy. I'm gonna chop it up Real good. Oh, back to the potato salad. What makes it a rock star is fresh dill and sour cream instead of mayo. This is the pasta, and this is the size of the cheese that has the spring truffles. I didn't really think I was. Jeez, I've been babbling for 40 minutes. Oh my gosh, I didn't mean to make this video that long. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna get busy and finish some of this kitchen duty stuff up and work outside. And once I get everything going and the meat smoking, I will be back on to finish reading chapter 1 and start getting into chapter 2. And I didn't mean to make this long, guys. Get me talking about spring and planting. Oh, I just won't stop. So I'm gonna start my trays in here and then move them out there. I got some. These are rose petals from the rose bushes I'm growing downstairs. I'm drying out. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. I'm still in my robe. I'm running around outside in my robe with my hair. My neighbors probably think I'm a wackadoo. A wackadoo. Yeah, they do. They think I'm a wackadoo. But ask me if I care. Ask me if I care. Go on, ask me. Ask me if I care. Okay, I gotta get my rock star hair. I'll get my rock star hair. Okay, let's get in a wide aisle. Okay, we're gonna take it out. Okay, now I can't play that. I'm on the camera. Okay, let's see. What was I doing again? Okay, there we go. Once again, I'm at my end, it's true. Once again, I'll rendering circus with you. Something like that, maybe. No, like that. That'd be better. Once again, I'm at my end, it's true. Once again, I'll rendering circus with you. Yeah, it needs a lot of help, a lot of work.